Imagine things like glass that you can bend but doesn't break, or some mysterious substance that never melts no matter how much heat is applied. Those are some of the things that we will talk about today. During the 1970s and 1980s, a chemist by the name of Maurice Ward created something he called Starlite. The material was able to withstand and insulate from extreme heat. In a test, Starlite was subjected to a laser that heated it up to 10,000 degrees Celsius, and it withstood the heat with no problems. Just for reference, the surface of the sun has a temperature of 5,500 Celsius. In another test, an egg was covered with Starlite and then a blowtorch was held to it. When the egg was removed, it was cool enough to be held by human hands. Starlite could even prevent damage to a hand subjected to a blowtorch. The former chief scientific advisor to the Ministry of Defense said, "This is really the most remarkable material." Maurice allowed various organizations to perform tests on Starlite. NASA and multiple other companies wanted to buy Starlite from Maurice, but he was reluctant to sell it, asking for 51% ownership of the formula. In 2011, Maurice passed away, and his secret formula disappeared with him. Imagine a glass cup, and when you drop it, it dents, doesn't shatter. That's what a legendary craftsman supposedly created during the Tiberius Caesar's reign. One day, the craftsman brought a drinking bowl made of glass to Caesar. He showed the glass and Caesar dropped it. Instead of shattering, a small dent formed, and the craftsman then took out a hammer and fixed the dent. Caesar then asked the inventor who else knew how to manufacture such a special glass substance, and the inventor swore that he was the only one who knew how to make it. Caesar then beheaded the man because he assumed such a material would be more valuable than gold and silver, ruining the economy at the time. Though this is not a very plausible story, this story has been found in multiple Roman books detailing what occurred. It even found itself onto a technical encyclopedia. Silphium was a plant that is now extinct. Now you may be wondering how a plant could have changed the world if it existed today. Well, this plant had a multitude of properties and was considered to have been a gift from the god Apollo. It was so important, Egyptians had dedicated glyphs to depict the plant, and ancient North African silver coins had the plant as their symbol. The Romans considered its weight to be worth in silver coins. The most valuable part of the plant was the resin that it excreted. Depending on the method of use, the uses for it were numerous. If it was taken pure, it would warm a person's body and would clear sinuses. When given to females, it would promote healthy periods. And if a small piece was dissolved in water, it acts as a diuretic. It can also neutralize venoms of serpents and cure wounds on the skin. At the time of the plant's existence, it was universally acknowledged to be a plant that can help many sicknesses from all corners of the world. It even acted as a contraceptive. The cause for the plant's extinction is not known. The most likely culprits are said to be overgrazing and overharvesting for its use as a contraceptive. The plant has been written about in many medical books from the Roman era. In 1823, a man by the name of Girolamo Segato invented a way to preserve dead bodies which was similar to mummification, but much better. In other words, the original colors, textures, and the elasticity were all saved just like in the second Harry Potter film. It's believed that he learned of this technique during his trips to Egypt, where he participated in several archaeological expeditions. Unfortunately, people at the time assumed he was using Egyptian magic. Due to this, he destroyed all of his notes before his death. When he died, he took his secret method with him to the grave. Some of his preserved bodies can be found at the University of Florence. Multiple efforts were tried to reverse engineer his process, however none were successful. It's said that he revealed his secret to his friend Pellegrini on his deathbed. Pellegrini died prematurely before revealing what he knew. You can see many of his surviving petrified human remains in the Museum of the Department of Anatomy in Florence. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you found this intriguing. Please subscribe for future content.